Beach FM, locals talking to locals.
Beach FM, and here he is once again on the time machine. Duane Emeny, good evening and welcome to you.
Very good evening, John.
Well, you had a really good win earlier on this week, you and the rest of the aviation industry. You made your point, the government apparently listened, and you can fully stock your aeroplane once again.
Yeah, great news. Great news. Really good example of all of industry collaboration on a point that we didn't agree with. But actually, more importantly, really positive to see the Ministry of Transport feeding that through to government, the government evaluating it and making a change. I think that's, they should be quite proud of that, and the fact that they've taken that feedback on board from the industry and made a change to their policy. So positive all round, sir.
Excellent, yes, and that's the way the system should work. So I'm delighted to see that it worked out that way. And what does that mean in practical terms for Air Chathams?
Well, it's huge, actually. First of all, we can sell our aircraft to capacity again, so we're not having to restrict flights. That has a big positive for our customers, because when we were selling less seats, we just simply couldn't afford to have the lower fare prices in the market, so we had to remove those under social distancing. They will come back, which is great. And also just in terms of the workload for our team and reservations and customer services, as you can imagine, every single flight we were going through and we were identifying people that were travelling together so that we could seat them together, so that we could free up any additional seats, obviously to ensure we meet the market and try and meet our commitments as well. So obviously, that goes away now and they can concentrate on their core jobs. So it's a real relief and means that, we can get on with the other aspects of running our business.
Now, when you say you can get on with their core jobs, it's still not business as usual, I should imagine, because we still have the bug around. We still have to mitigate that as much as possible. Are you involved in this deep cleaning we hear about? Yeah, it's a common phrase now, isn't it?
It is. I think it becomes. It's the new normal, isn't it? And it's still a level 2.5 environment in Auckland. It looks like it'll stay that way for at least another week until it's reviewed. It's reviewed this Monday, but it'll most likely continue for another week after that. That means, from Air Chatham's point of view and our customers, compulsory face masks. We're still handing out the hygiene packs, so it's got the masks and the antimicrobial hand wipes and a nice little Tim Tam in there as well, just to sweeten things up. Our teams are still doing the cleaning after every flight, so as soon as it comes through, we're going through the cabin with the antiviral sprays and giving it a good wipe down, and then once a day, when it's finished flying, the cleaning team will come through and do that deep clean. So it's like I say, it's all part of the new normal, and we'll just carry on doing it. Yep, there's cost involved in that, but it's certainly less than not being able to fly at all. So
absolutely. So from here on in, is it almost normal, apart from that extra work we've just been talking about, but it's business as close to normal as we could reasonably expect from here on in?
Yeah, it is. I think, we're still operating on a reduced schedule across all of our ports, except the Chathams, which is going gangbusters with the...
So I hear.
Yep.
So I hear. Have you ever had the kind of loadings to the Chathams that you've got at the moment?
Never in this, not this time of the year. No, most people...
amazing. And isn't that terrific for the Chathams?
Oh, hey, it is. And I was actually on the Chathams this week, early part of this week, and for a tourism meeting, and it was great. We had a really good turnout there. There's a lot of energy around the potential for tourism, and through COVID, getting that influx of people. It's actually presented a few island challenges, because we're a small island with only a limited number of beds and a limited number of seats on the airplane. But it's great that we've had people from, Kiwis coming out to the island in winter and having a great time.
Having a great time. So been very good feedback, has there?
Yeah, there has. And in fact, we had we were lucky enough. We had Stephen England Hall, who's the CEO of Tourism New Zealand. He was out on the Chathams this week as well as part of those meetings, and that was a huge win for us. And I think the feedback from our tourism manager post his visit has been amazing. I mean, he's raving about the island, wants to get involved as much as he can in terms of how he can send some Tourism New Zealand resources down there to, get some of the businesses cranking in terms of their product. So I think it's all part of that awareness piece for the chats, and obviously, it's a very important part of our business too.
Well, that is just terrific. I'm so chuffed for the Chathams because I think we may have talked before about the fact that I have been to the Chathams. I have enormously fond feelings for the Chathams, and it's just great to see that it seems to be coming right. So out of these dark times, there's come at least that little sliver of sunlight which is now shining on the Chathams.
That's right. Yeah, there's always there's got to be a silver lining somewhere, and it would appear that it's on the Chathams at the present.
We're better. Wonderful stuff. Hey, it's been terrific catching up once again, and certainly with really good news this week, and perhaps we can try our luck again sometime, Duane. Thank you so much for your company here on Beach FM.
You're always welcome, and nice to chat. Thank you.
106.3 Beach FM.